Alright, what's cracking, guys? Get this fucking done. Strange video game achievements, Iceberg. Let's go. Alright, level 1. We're fucking getting our feet wet, guys. Alright, just a little housekeeping thing, just to let you guys know. So strange, you know, they're gonna be the red entries. Yellow will be embarrassing. Punishing with the green. Blue will be the impossible or difficulty. Yeah, you guys already know what the fuck they're trying to say. This legend's too easy to understand, you know what I mean? Let's get this fucking shit done. Bruh. So the achievement here is from Major League Baseball 15, the show. From what I understand, this achievement is like, why the fuck would you do this in the first place? Like, you're pretty much just giving a win to your opponent and AI, I guess, for the first part. You can't do this in practice mode. You gotta do this in, well, you can do this anytime you want, but I think it's best to do just early on. But you're just pretty much giving a win, I guess, to your opponent. Well, since what you gotta do is like, while you're pitching, you pretty much gotta pitch the ball and make sure your opponent pretty much wins, gets the home run, and that's pretty much about it. But like, why would you do this in the first place? Like, I guess for achievement, I guess, but like, if you did this without a mindset of trying to get achievement, like, what the fuck are you doing? Camera shy, Portal. So this one comes from the game Portal. I'm not sure if everyone knows this game. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this game is. Like, ever heard of those two robots? That's like part 2, but you know, they carry that portal gun. Like, if you don't know what a portal gun is, like, what do you do on this earth, bro? Like, come on, bro. Come on, you gotta know these kind of things. Okay, so essentially, the achievement involves us pretty much removing 33 cameras, I guess, throughout the game, I guess. I hate these kind of achievements, you know, they're pretty tedious and annoying. I have to keep track of, like, which cameras you took off and whatnot. It's just annoying, guys, but it's one of those, like, 100%er kind of achievements, you know what I mean? So over it by the game getting over it. So if you guys don't know this game, it's pretty much like you're inside a pot and you're climbing with a hammer. And this game is fucking intense, bro. If you're brand new to the game, it's just crazy. But essentially the achievement here is like, it reads out as reach to the top of the mountain 50 times. Essentially what that means is like beat the game 50 times. For newcomers here, this is like, it might seem like a cakewalk, but like this game's not easy, bro. It's like a, I explain it. I don't know. When I think of this game, I think of Happy Wheels. If anybody does that game, the game with like your old man. Well, it could be anything essentially, but you play pretty much to like go through an obstacle, and like pretty much get killed most of the time and go through these crazy obstacles. There reminds me a lot like that, but this one's just like why? But 50 times, like, bro, what are you trying to prove, man? It's funny because the game only has 3 achievements, but like this is the last one, so you're like, what the heck is going on here? But yeah, this is the achievement. Unachievable. The Stanley Parable. So the achievement for this game, I'm not gonna spoil the game for you guys, but let's say it's a very interesting game where this, I guess, being dictated to make choices with like a narrator's in the background. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a pretty interesting game. You should play it. But this achievement pretty much says unachievable. Yeah, there's not really much of a description on it besides that. The description, it says it is impossible to get this achievement. But that's not true. It's a lie. There's a weird way to go about this, how to achieve this achievement. From my scene, I've seen a bunch of wiki guides and videos. They all pretty much say the same thing. You pretty much have to go to the system files if you're on PC. I'm not sure how it would for console. If they're even, I don't even think this game's on console. Besides the remaster, I'm not too sure about that. But from what I understand, you have to go through your, I guess, the game's system files and go on a config file and change a little bit. Well, not change it, but add like a little text of line. Of course, there's some guy needs to put some like / tilde, and you know, it's some weird jazz. You pretty much put that in, and you fix up the folder, not the folder, but the file itself. Make it as readable, and then once you start the game, press X, and then wait a little bit, and huzzah, you get the achievement. That's pretty about it. It's not unattainable, but you can't get it through normal means. You have to kind of mess around a bit and look to the internet to see how to get this damn thing. But just letting you guys know, play this game. Worth your time. Uneasy Alliance, Minecraft. So this one applies to the Java edition from what I'm aware of, and essentially what you have to do is, well, just give you a little synopsis going on. Minecraft, you know, the blog game everyone knows about, but so essentially this is like a little unlockable achievement you could do. Not really achievement, it's more like they're called advancements. But essentially they're just like little mini quests you could do when you're in your world, I guess. And so it applies to Nether. And this one says rescue a gas from the Nether and bring it safely to home, to the overworld, and then kill it. So you're like, what the hell? Those big white fucking infinite cannonballs in the air. Like, what the heck? Bring it to the Earth? I mean, not Earth, but I mean to the overworld. Like, what the heck? So yeah, everything is pretty convoluted because you have to get like a minecart or somehow like how normally you can't really bring this motherfucker in, but I've seen a lot of videos people got really creative and like try to bring them out with even without minecarts, even doing speedruns of this thing. It's pretty cool. But like from a lore perspective, like what the heck is going on here? Bring a gas from the nether, bring it safely home. So it's assuming like I don't know, guys. If you guys are like really big into Minecraft lore, you could just put that as food for thought. But this is a really weird achievement, especially the way it's worded, you know. I did it for the trophy, Yakuza 0. So this one's pretty much watching a racy video. Pretty much means you're watching a teaser video, if you get my drift. I'll show you guys a little clip bit of like what's going on here. You guys know what I'm talking about, but essentially you watch one of these videos at one of these shops called Ganahara. I'm not really a Japanese guy, you know. I don't really know too much about Japanese society. I don't know how these video shops work, but essentially you go in there in the video game and just watch any assortment of any of the videos. From what I've seen in one of the guides, there's actually a guide that pretty much shows you how to unlock all the rest of like other videos, because there's multiple videos you can watch, but some of them are locked. But I don't know. it's kind of nefarious at that point. But yeah, it's kind of an embarrassing achievement to get. You know what I mean? One up, Celeste. So essentially, this game is like a, I guess it's like a Metroidvania platform with like Super Meat Boy elements. You know, spiky walls, traps, that sort of thing. And the achievement here is pretty much to get like a 1-up, like, you know, a life up by getting 6 strawberries in the game. The way these strawberries in the game functions, like, you collect one, they follow you, and you collect it. But the only way to really collect them is by touching the ground. But the thing is, for the achievement, you don't want to do this because you want 6, I guess, strawberries to follow you simultaneously while this happens. And you can see that it's kind of difficult because you can't be touched on the ground. But I don't know, if you're getting this achievement, like, like imagine you get this, like without even being aware that this is an achievement. Like, why are you playing like this? And it's pretty weird. That's why it's on this list, like a way it's categorized. You know, it's like it's pretty odd. Like, why would you be playing this kind of way? But it's a cool game, guys. You should play it. Door prize, Portal 2. So back again with Portal, guys. Just this time it's part 2, and this one's kind of simple. It's essentially on chapter 6, I guess, in the game. I don't want to spoil too much, but you pretty much have to, I guess, click on these buttons on these. They call it vitrified test chambers. Pretty much the testing rooms that are just like closed and condemned. But you just click on those. The only thing that's kind of weird and nefarious about this is that, I guess, they're kind of hidden in a weird way. But then again, this game is kind of convoluted and like full of secrets and hidden stuff. So like, it's not really too strange or out of the, like, you know, out of the park. You know what I mean? But yeah, I put like a little clip of like what's going on here. We're just going through around and looking through, looking through the. I mean, not looking, but you click on the buttons and get this little weird narrator, pretty much giving a little snippet of like of each room. But yeah, they're just kind of a little sneaky and hidden to like find the buttons for these rooms. Over the Rainbow, Bully. So this one, I can't really go into detail too much of this one, but essentially, you know, our main character, Jimmy, has to kiss, I guess, 20, I guess, guys. Sounds really weird saying that, but yeah, this is more of an embarrassing achievement. You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, the character Jimmy, you wouldn't really expect that sort of behavior from him, but it's more like this is just a gag, kind of just a joke achievement. But yeah, you could do this in this game. It's pretty weird though, but I think more of it just like as a joke, you know. Snake Beater, Metal Gear Solid Collection. So this one, I think it's also possible to do in, like, I guess, in the original PS2 versions. I know the HD collections have them because, you know, the achievements here, but essentially, once you go to the chapter where it has the tanker, one of the first rooms you go in is like a locker room area. One of the lockers has like I guess some Asian like girly poster. Pretty much like a girl in a bikini, and like if you go in the first person mode and just stare at it for a while, you'll pretty much get Otacon like talking to you. They'll be like like saying, what the fuck are you doing? And pretty much after that point, you pretty much know what Snake's doing. He's pretty much like, well, it's implied that, you know, he's doing something, but I'll leave it to you guys to interpret what's going on. But that's pretty much about it. TrashMaster, Pokemon Black and White 2. So essentially, medals in this game are like little mini achievements you could do. It's like little mini medal achievements. I don't know. It's not classified as like a normal achievement. More like, I guess, a little mini adventure mission you could say you could do. Like, oh, see, I did it. You know, and get like a medal, get a little award from it. Not really a reward, just I consider more of like, I don't know, recognition maybe. I guess you could say it's a award, I guess. But for this one, I guess you're supposed to look through 10 trash cans. That's what I got from the wikis. Some of them say you get to move boulders, look through a bunch of trash cans, and you get this from, I guess, some guy named Mr. Metal at the Pokemon Center. And that's pretty much about it. Turd Burglar, Duke Nukem Forever. So this one, I've played the game before. I don't really like it, but I didn't know this achievement existed in the first place. But essentially, what you have to do is grab some poo from the toilet. That's pretty much about it. You know, it's just the nature of it's like, why? What the heck, dude? I guess it's like, because of the nature of the game, it's kind of just like more of a gag. But I don't know. It's just really odd, you know what I mean? Yes, I am the real Gary. Gary's mod. So I don't really have to explain this one too much, guys, but yeah, everyone knows what Gary's mod is, bro. If you've seen like old videos from like Vanoss and the rest of the gang, you know how all the jazz is. PC games, sandbox, all that stuff. Real fun. Prop hunt, all that good stuff. But back to achievement. So essentially, when you're in the game, there's a bunch of servers, right? And I guess for this one, you have to be, well, back in the day, you had to be in the same server as the creator of the game, Gary Newman. But now, since I think an update later on, you could just be with I guess a server where someone has achievement. So someone has this achievement, like, you know, what's it called? I think back in the day, they used to call it "Are You the Real Gary?" But if they had this achievement, you'll have it too, and then like vice versa, you just pretty much like spread like a disease. But you'll pretty much get this achievement if like with any veterans that you play around with. Any newbies, you won't get it, but you'll get this eventually if you pretty much dedicate to the game. Adult content, Dead Rising 2. This one's technically kind of wrong. They meant to say Dead Rising 2 over the record edition, you know, the one with Frank West. But essentially, what you have to do, if you guys don't know, in the game, you know, it's a zombie game. Kill zombies, do little side missions, and, you know, blah blah inside of a mall. But this one's not a mall, it's a casino this time. But for this case, because, you know, Frank West has a camera, you can take pictures to gain score, to get PP points, which essentially it's pretty much experience points. But with this camera, there's different types of pictures you can take. Like, they're different, I guess, categories. And the one we're going with is called erotica points. And, you know, essentially what this is, like, you take a picture of something sexy looking, you know, something of that nature. You get, like, a pink indicator when you take a picture. When you play the game, guys, you'll see what I mean. But for this achievement, in our case, you have to collect this around 1,000 points of erotica points. So essentially, you're pretty much being a PP Tom at this point, taking pictures of these sort of things in a zombie environment, nonetheless. But that's about it. Austria-Hungary, Europa, Universalis 4. So essentially, this achievement's kind of, oh, let me give a synopsis, guys, real quick of the game. So essentially, it's like a territory game. You're pretty much trying to conquer the whole world. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much about it. That's pretty much the whole point of the game. It's like set out like a big world map kind of gameplay, but yeah, it's cool. I never played it before. I was planning to get it, but I see a lot of the DLCs are like, what the hell? I'm one of those kind of guys who are like, if I play it, I'm kind of like, I'm in it for the whole thing, you know what I mean? And it's to win it. Essentially, the achievement is you're just pretty much making yourself into Australia, pretty much. That's about it. I just hear a lot of guys, and it's really difficult. It takes a while sometimes, and it kind of makes you, I don't know, guys, because I don't know the premise of, you know, conquering nations and countries and whatnot, so I don't really know the whole premise. But from what I know, you're trying to make yourself to Australia through, I guess, first through a tribe, then like going up to Australia, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. This achievement seems kind of time consuming and convoluted. Bad loser. FIFA 10. So this one, if you guys don't know, FIFA is a soccer game. This is like the 10th iteration, like copy and paste of the game, you know what I mean? I don't personally play FIFA games, but for this achievement per se, it just says, I guess, quit or forfeit 5 Xbox Live matches. Or depending if you're on PlayStation, you know, PSN matches, while losing. Pretty much being, you're being a sore loser, like quitting the games. So literally the requirement for this is like, play a game. Well, first off, you know, pay membership for Xbox. For PSN, I don't think the servers are live anymore, but, you know, you get what I'm saying, vice versa. But then just quit the game and forfeit, that's it. It's like, pretty much just poking you out, like, yeah, you're just being a loser, bro. That's it. Getting my ass kicked. God of War collection. So essentially this one, if you guys don't know God of War, you know, Kratos and everything, just play the game, guys. It's fun, all the games. I'm not sure if the newest one that came out, I think, I forgot what's called, like Part 2 Ragnarok, something like that. I honestly don't really recall, but I just heard some bad stuff. And from what I've seen, I don't really like it, so I'm probably not going to buy it, but back to you guys. So essentially, if you play the collection, there's 2 games. The first one, the second one. You can do this one to the first one. If you put the game on normal and you die like roughly 5 times, that's what I get according, because I never got the achievement, but if you die around like 5 times, you get an offering saying like, do you want to play easy mode? And like, yeah, pretty much the game is shaming you, but like, you suck, bro. Put this shit on easy. Make your life easier, you know what I'm saying? Make it easier for us. But yeah, it's just more of a good embarrassment achievement. Perverts, Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse. So this one, I never played this game before, but I don't know, always seen it like back in the day, like the cover of it. But so essentially the team is like this. You pretty much go into a room on chapter No Cheese Please. I guess the room has Quagmire in it, dressed up in as like a baby, and you just chill in there as Stewie, like just standing around in the room for around 30 seconds. From what I've seen in videos, it's more longer than 30 seconds, more like 40-ish, depending on 35 seconds. You know, it's somewhere around there. But if you just stay around there, you know, Stewie will say some remarks, and you get the achievement and then pop up. Just the idea of it, just Quagmire in a room, just chilling, and some kind of diapers. Like, what the heck is going on here? But yeah, it's just a weird achievement. Perverted, South Park, The Stick of Truth. So this achievement, because of the nature of it, I can't really talk too much about it, like say directly word for word what's going on. But once you get the mission, defeat the underpants gnomes. You know, once they steal your underwear. After this point, you'll get shrunk down to size, and then at some point you go through a crevice and you see your parents in the bedroom. And after that point, I'm gonna leave that to you guys. I can't really talk about it, but yeah, there you go. That's the achievement. Unusual survival strategies. Terraria. This is kind of strange, but just before, guys, let me explain Terraria. It's pretty much I'm probably gonna get killed for this, but it's like a 2D Minecraft. Don't get me wrong, I play Terraria a lot, but like, I don't know, that's the best way to explain it to anyone that doesn't know anything about the game. But like, yeah. So the achievement itself, you have to go underwater and drown yourself, and then drink a bottle of water to gain HP to, like, I guess, heal yourself while drowning. So you can see like what's going on here. Like, what the heck is going on here? Like, it's just a weird cartoon gag that's going on. So a very strange achievement in of itself. What are you doing near Automata? So for this game, I never played it, but from what I know, it's like a beat 'em up third-person slasher game, and sometimes it's like flying and some other like mini games. But essentially, it's like a third-person, you know, adventure game. But for this achievement, the character you play as, from what I understand for the most part, it's a character called Tubi. She's like an android. But early in the game, you can unlock the achievement, which essentially is you're looking up her skirt 10 times, like up her skirt. Funny thing is, through the videos I've seen, she kind of reacts to like the character, I guess, putting the camera so you could, like, you know, see up her skirt, and she reacts to this, which is kind of funny. But like, other than that, it's kind of, this is kind of like a embarrassing achievement. "20 straight losses in DOA online. Dead or Alive 4. So yeah, the notorious Dead or Alive series. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about this. You know, the fighters they have in the games. But for this one specifically, for Xbox, they have an exclusive, you know, Master Chief. I put the video clip of him being fighting in there. But for this achievement specifically, I don't know why it's on this list. Maybe because the game it's I don't know, maybe just the nature of the game, but it's pretty lame. It's just 20 losses in online. That's it. Nothing special. Just that's it. From what I read online, it's just straightforward. Just that some other people make like commentary in like forums that make fun of it, but like there's not much else to this. It's just like it's embarrassment if you like lose 20 times, but like it's gonna happen if you're playing competitively or whatnot. Like come on, man. Nothing too crazy about this one. Chain Smoker, the Saboteur. So the making of this video, I knew nothing about this game. Like this game's just new to me, so I looked it up. Essentially, it's like a, I guess for a better word, it's like a French GTA, if that makes any sense. That's pretty much about it. Like the way I just started now just pretty much sums it up. This looks pretty cool. It's like a GTA, like French GTA, if that makes sense. But I'll put some gameplay here to show you guys what's going on. But the achievement here we're dealing with, it says chain smokers spend a lot of time idling around doing nothing, and pretty much the point of this is you're supposed to like smoke 100 cigarettes. And it sounds like a lot, and it is, because it takes a damn long time from what I've seen to the guides and videos I've seen to do this damn fucking achievement. Essentially, there's like some methods online to like do really fast, but some people say just enjoy the game and smoke. So like around and about whenever you have a chance, you know what I mean? But this is one of those like grindy achievements, you know. It just take a long time to do, and like it's best if you just like enjoy the game and not have to like worry about just doing this thing all the time. But just keep in mind, like in the background, oh I gotta do this, but like yeah, it's one of those annoying grindy achievements. You know how it is, guys. Eruption Man, Pizza Tower. So yet again, I didn't know anything about this game like previously doing research for this video, but from what I see, it's like a Wario like copycat game, I guess. I don't say copycat, but I don't want to sound rude, but it's pretty much like a Metrovania Wario game, which I like the Wario games. They're pretty fun. But for the achievement for our case, you have to go to a chapter called Blood Sauce Dungeon and do a super jump for 2 seconds. Like there's nothing really special with it. It's just like a mechanic you use to just go straight up. But you have to do it for 2 seconds. There's some areas from what I've seen in the game, like for that specific guy I was looking through, that you can do this really easily. So it's a really easy achievement. So I'm not sure what's strange about it, what's so significant about it, but that's it. Just do a super jump for 2 seconds long. Maybe just because like it's kind of like, why? Maybe I don't know, guys. Help me out with this one, because like I don't know what's the significance of this thing. But that's it. Involuntary Q&A, Goat Simulator. Ah yes, Goat Simulator, the goat. A really fun game. If you guys don't know what this is, well, what are you guys doing here? Like, maybe for fun, maybe, but like, what the heck are you doing here, bro? Get out of here if you don't know what's going on. If you don't know what Goat Simulator is, like, what the heck, dude? Where have you been? But back to the thing, guys. So this one's just a strange achievement. It's really simple. So if you somehow manage to crash your game, you get an achievement. It just says, "Oops, the game has crashed." That's it. That's the whole premise. So I don't know what else to say besides that, because from what I get, there's like guides to get it. They can do some weird commands, or like people somehow, you know, make the game crash by increasing the graphic settings. But that's pretty much about it. That's all to this achievement. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Postal, brain damaged. Alright, so the Postal series, if you guys don't know, notorious for being crazy, and that's all I can say, really crazy. First game, I don't know what they're thinking of. Most peaceful developers, but like they make the most craziest games. Number 2 is just more like a gag, and this one's like, you can say it's a gag too. It wasn't too crazy, but like, it's, you already pretty much come accustomed to what's going on now. But for this achievement, essentially, you pretty much, the Postal dude comes across the meme. It's a Wednesday, my dude's frog, like the old post. They put just a PMG of it, and they also play the sound of it too. And like for you guys, I'm gonna play the clip here, the legend itself.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
So yeah, the bloody fucking legend, yeah. That's it, guys, for this one. Settings World Champion, the Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe. Alright, guys, so essentially this game's like part 2 of, you know, the Stanley Parable. I don't know why they call it Ultra Deluxe. It's pretty odd. I'd rather just call it number 2, but I don't know, guys. Tell that to the developers. But for this case, all you have to do for this achievement is go through all the settings, just pretty much flip through all of them, pretty much change them to all the ones you haven't like discovered yet. Like say you got like resolutions, change it to all different kinds, ones you haven't used yet, and do it for like every single settings. We have some sliders in there too. They have to move around. Just put 100 to 0. Just do it, go crazy, you know what I mean? But essentially what this does, you get like something called bumpscosity once you go to a certain room in the game. And this doesn't do anything besides change dialogue with, I guess, the narrator. And that's about it. There's people who are trying to look into, like, see if it does anything special besides, like, give you different dialogue. But from what we've seen, this doesn't do jack shit. But that's about it. You actually did it. Trover saves the universe. If you guys don't know much about the game, it's kind of fairly new, 2019, if you call that new. But essentially, it's like a Rick and Morty kind of game. It's like cartoony-ish, 3D. But essentially, the gameplay is like, it's where you have a joystick and you control Trover, our main character per se. And you guys are pretty much on your way to save the I guess, universe. And that's pretty about it. Just the weird thing about it is, like, it has Morty's voice from Rick and Morty. That's pretty about it. But for the achievement, some part of the game we're inside a telepod. Essentially, it's like I guess the way you travel in the game. But when you're in there, there's like a basket that you use. There's a counter on it how many times you use it, like you know, to put a hoop in. But the thing is about this is, like, it's really difficult because you're just using like a crumpled paper to throw into the basket. So it's like really difficult, and you have to like angle it really weird to throw them. It's not some traditional like hop and throw stuff. Like, they're on the ground, you gotta like click a certain way on the paper and it just jumps. So like you kind of have to project. I mean, like, kind of predict like the trajectory of it. But then again, that's really hard to do. Like, even just doing one with practice. So imagine doing 100 of these. Or like, what the fuck, man? It's just crazy. Just the grind, just for some annoying achievement, you know. And that's pretty about it. Caveman, muck. Okay, muck. So this game essentially is like a, lack for a better word, it's like a 3D Minecraft. But not really, it's more like, you could say, a clone of, you could say, Unturned, possibly Castle Miner Z, if you guys are familiar with that, if you guys used an Xbox back in the day. But pretty much you survive, mine, you pretty much do the same bullshit. Not really mine, but pretty much scavenge around and stuff like that. But for our case, for the achievement, you have to play the entire game with just a rock. Essentially, you're pretty much like a caveman. You're just restricted to using the rock to defend yourself and make tools. I mean, you can't make tools, you just rely on the rock. That is your tool, per se, but this team just kind of sucks because the rock just, it's garbage. Low damage, barely does anything, and like, yeah, it's just really hard to like work with. Because usually the game you're supposed to like progress and get like better weapons and tools, but you're restricted to a rock, so you're just like, goddamn. So the achievement's more like you're just trying to put more of a nerf on yourself. Like, you're just making the game harder for yourself, more tedious and annoying, and that's pretty much about it. Usually, I think the only reason you'll do this is just for achievement, but other than that, you're just kind of crazy if you just want to for fun, you know. But I guess you could do it for just a silly gag, but it's up to you guys. Greg, World Box. So yeah, World Box. I didn't know what this was until I did the research on this, but essentially it's another build your own world and like I guess overview fashion. You're just overlooking I guess world, I guess, Earth. You can create your islands, create continents, and build your own kingdoms, and like build, destroy, all that good jazz. You can do like comets, meteors, throw everything at the freaking world and make everything destroy itself, whatever. But for our case, we're going through like a weird achievement that goes through some kind of like we pretty much create some kind of anomaly, and that's how it goes down. So once you're able to create a city, at least 3 cities, and with at least 2,000 people in them, you have a chance of I guess creating some kind of entity called a Greg. To get these to appear, you need to make I guess your world go to the age of despair. It pretty much means there's a bunch of chaos going on, and essentially from that, you have a chance from like each cave they have around like the world to spawn in a Greg. And it's funny, I'm looking through the wiki here, but in a group they call them gurgles. They're like yellow floating heads that just like look like they're in despair, I guess kind of cool in the name, but that's pretty about it. They're just like little floating little monsters. They're not really much of a problem. They're just little lumps of of meat that just like slowly move around, but they don't do much. It's just really weird. The achievement itself just pretty much means you spawn these motherfuckers in. Yeah, but they're really weird. Like they don't make sense, like continuity of the game, you know. Just really weird. Vaguely activated achievement. Superliminal. So superliminal. To explain this game, best way to explain it, I would say, is like it's more of like an optical illusion game. Like you're faced with a bunch of like superliminal situations, like things appear bigger than they seem, smaller than they seem, duplicates of things. It's just a big optical illusion. That's pretty much about it. But for the achievement per se, it's pretty simple. Essentially, when you grab an item in the game, You have to hold it for roughly 3 minutes. People say it's 2:30, like, but from what I see, a bunch of guides say it kind of kicks in for the achievement to work around 3 minutes. So you're just essentially just holding an item for 3 minutes. You need to like hold down. I think if you're playing on PC, it'll be left click and then right click, you know, to remove the item. But hold left click for 3 minutes. I don't know who's like doing this. You know what I mean? Imagine like someone that's like not achievement hunter, not looking for the achievement, just does this like for 3 minutes long. Like, what were you doing, man? Just holding an item for 3 minutes. I think it just stands still, I think, too. So like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? It's pretty odd. I swear I did it by mistake. Lollipop Chainsaw. I'm pretty sure you guys know what this game is. I don't have to explain too much. Just, you know, main character defeats zombies. They're the super popular, I guess, high school girl with a big chainsaw slash up the zombies and la la la. You guys know how to deal. These are one of these household keeping situations again, guys. We have to go into the achievements where like it's a pervert situation. So essentially, you gotta look up, I guess, Juliet's skirt for I think around. Nah, I don't know how long, but yeah, you just gotta look up her skirt, bro. That's it. And you get the achievement. That's it. The answer: Universe Sandbox Legacy. So this one, guys, I'm gonna kind of spoil a book for you guys. So as a warning, guys, skip this part if you guys want to know. But essentially, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. You know the reference, you know, the AI trying to solve, you know, the answer to the whole universe, meaning of life and all that jazz. And pretty much they come up with the answer of 42, and this achievement pretty much like collides with that. So essentially, in this game, you pretty much create like universe, galaxies, and all that jazz. And whenever you're in the menu of the game, you just press 4-2 like on your keyboard, and you get this Wikipedia article of, you know, the book I just mentioned. And it's funny, it's just referencing that. That's about it. The Call of Nature, The Last Guardian. I never played this game before because, you know, it's a PS exclusive, so I never had a chance to play it. But from what I've seen in gameplay trailers and gameplay itself, you're essentially playing, I guess, a Tomb Raider copycat kind of game where essentially you play as a boy exploring tunnels and ruins, and you have a companion named Trico. Essentially, it's like a mammal slash like bird type creature. And funny enough, for this achievement itself, you have to you have to wait for your companion to poop. But like, I don't know. A bunch of guys I see online say that like it's completely random. It'll happen like it's like whenever the game wants to, you know. So essentially, you can go on playing a bunch of playthroughs of the game and not have this occur. So you pretty much like be out of luck, and this could be your last achievement trying to get this game completed, you know, 100%. So I don't know. It's a really odd achievement just to have a random like RNG element, just to have your companion, you know, go take a doo doo, but like still, it's kind of weird. Inverse teleportation, People Playground. I remember seeing this game a while back. I just never really paid attention to it. I never played it. I seen small bits of gameplay about it, but I wasn't really too interested in it. But you know, time for the research, so now I know much more about it. But essentially, it's like a 2D sandbox game. Do what you want. It's kind of violent because of the nature of like what they give you. They give you guns, androids, humans, and yeah, it's kind of nefarious. But for the achievement, in our case, it involves teleportation, but not in a normal sense. So you gotta make some weird contraption that's like, I don't know. I don't know how anybody found this on themselves, but if you look through a guide, it'll show you how to make some weird contraption that makes some light, and yeah, it's a bunch of jazz. But essentially, you create this like a regular sized gun. Essentially means it's like a big gun. So it's implying that in the game, everything that you use and play with, it's small. But the original size of this, like, I'll show you guys a little clip of how this thing looks like, but like I mean like the PNG model of like what I'm talking about. It's like a revolver. It's like super huge compared to everything else in the game. And yeah, it's just that you just create some oversized gun, probably just implying like the things in here are smaller than I guess real life stuff. But I don't know. I don't know too much about that, but that's about it. Overachiever, Cars Race-O-Rama. So yep, again with the car games, a bunch of them that came out. If you guys don't know the movie Cars, I don't know where you've been. You probably live in a cave, and you gotta check the movie out. I'm not saying that the movies are great. First one was like, yeah, it's alright, but the rest of them are just like, what the heck? But yeah, for this game, I guess this is more like curveball, guys. This is achievement itself. It's unachievable. Like, you can't grab it, can't get it. No fucking reason to try to get it, because the achievement itself says you have to get all achievements, but I guess the thing, it's bugged. So if you do get all achievements except this one, you still don't get it. It just bugged out. So developers are just kind of like dickheads for doing that. And they never even fixed it. So I just see a lot of old posts saying like, "Hey guys, please fix it, please." And I see a bunch of like, you know, IT like support forums and like, yeah, you guys know how sad this is. You know, can't get all the achievements. So the last one, just you do everything right and it just doesn't fucking work out. It just sucks. Steam achievement forums. Okay, so I was a little confused with this one. This is not really a real entry. It's more like it's not even a game entry. It's just more like a concept, you know. But essentially, from what I got 2 answers from this. One from online, one through a forum, whatnot. Like from this specific thread of like, you know, the Iceberg, whatever. And essentially, the fucking thread Iceberg, whatever. They say that apparently there's some games out there on Steam that just give you achievements just for the fun of it, like just to get your, I guess, achievement count up. I guess for people that are trying to reach the leaderboards and whatnot. And then for the internet one, I got that, I guess people use, I guess, you know, these nefarious acts of like hacking or getting some weird exploits to get achievements to like max out their like Steam page or whatever, you know, leaderboards, like game data on servers and all that good jazz. Pretty much just to get a big top score on some games. And that kind of just ruins it for everybody because it's really easy to do on Steam. Well, I mean, I guess on any PC platform game, I guess, but that's pretty about it. If I'm missing something, please let me know, guys, because this one's like kind of vague and it's not really a game per se, it's just more of a concept. But yeah, let's fucking go, guys. We fucking did the Iceberg. Let's go. We got the entirety of it. From what I know, this Iceberg might change, I think, because you said might refresh to you, some might open it periodically. It does seem to add new entries in, so like, quote me not word by word, but this might change, or they might remove stuff, or, you know, change it up. I don't really know. But alright, guys, I appreciate you guys, people that watch this. I don't know, this video took me a long time to make, so I appreciate anybody that watches this. I seen my last video popped up pretty decently. I got 200 views. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. I appreciate you guys. I don't know what's making the algorithm do that. Maybe it's because I'm uploading more videos than usual, but then again, I'm not too sure. I don't know how this algorithm works. It's pretty fucking weird, guys. I don't know, honestly, but thank you guys. Look at the description, guys. If anything you guys need, because I think I added the credits to the videos, some of them I used. And also, guys, our Patreon. Like and subscribe, please, guys, because, you know, keeps me going. And peace out, guys.